The moon is in alignment with the unknown zodiac, the untold sign of a fiery maniac within each breast. Awaits a stirring, iridescent whirring of a six-eyed god whose wings beat in a time so odd, so very odd. And we're all lost, all of us blessedly lost. It's a dawn buster today as the sun rises in the east. As the apes take wing, like in the Oz thing, we're looking at. Okay. So, St Remy, we realized it was a prophecy. St Remy VSOP, introduced in 1886, product of France. Versus Hartley VSOP, Hartley brandy, introduced in 1934 by Barton Brands, made with Italian brandy. Not, it doesn't say imported brandy, it says made with imported Italian brandy, whatever. Also 80 proof. Okay, so this taste challenge is a French brandy, 80 proof. And that came out, now this particular one, I believe, came out in 1980. Whatever happened to the original St Remy recipe, I don't know. But the Napoleon came out in 1980, and it was Napoleon VSOP, and now it's just St Remy VSOP. The Hartley, like I said, 1934. When did the VSOP come out? I don't know, because there's a Hartley. I thought they got rid of the VS, but then I'm looking at convenience stores, Shell, both Shell gas stations, which are, in my opinion, too close to each other. But anyway, they just have Hartley brandy. No VS, no VSOP designation, just Hartley brandy. And I said, this is strange, because 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever, I did that video, I did the VS. And now it's just saying Hartley brandy. I don't know. I might buy it. I don't really want to pay $3.89 for a 200 milliliter bottle if it's going to be disgusting like that original VS. The VSOP is all right. Now, in my opinion, my hypothesis, if I compare St Remy VSOP with Hartley VSOP in a blind taste test, comma, then I will be able to tell them apart, comma, and I will be able to determine which one is better in a subjective manner, right? Because that's in the eye of the beholder. But telling them apart is an objective thing, right? I get it right or I get it wrong. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. Have the two little mini snifters. Huh? Okay. H, Hartley. STR, St Remy. All right, this one was $6.99 on sale at Winn-Dixie. Lowest price I've seen for it in a good while. Usually it's $7 or $8.99, $7.99 or $8.99. Very popular in the southeastern Louisiana area. I don't know about your area, but it's very popular. It's got that, you notice the bottle is a unique shape. I guess unique for Sazerac, because a lot of their whiskeys are in this shape bottle as well. And brandies. The Black Watch brandies in this same, I don't know what you call this bottle design. It's an unusual. And the T.W. Weller whiskey line is in this. So I guess Sazerac brands are so popular around here because their headquarters is in Jefferson Parish, so which is only 20 miles east of here. Like I said, the Takavaka is everywhere, ubiquitous. The Crown Rust vodka, the Skull vodka, Mims Gin. Let's see what other Sazerac brands are so big around here. Some of their liqueurs, but it's a big presence in this part of the country. Okay, the appearance. Let's see if I can get a better grasp of it. I would say yes, definitely. The St Remy is darker. The Hartley is like a on the lighter side. Nice alcohol legs on both lighter side of amber, and the St Remy is on the darker side of amber. I know they're going to smell different. Both websites, St Remy and the Sazerac, and I put the links below, give extensive tasting notes. Let's see, I'm trying to think. So the Skull Vodka, Mims Gin, Taka Vodka. There was another gin I bought from Sazerac that's pretty popular. My daughter preferred that one. Oh, yeah. Taka Gin. Sorry about that. Taka Gin. Yeah, you see that all around. Taka Gin. The one I just finished a few days ago, the Crown Rus gin, is fairly rare. I had to special order that bottle. But apparently some people sell it if I got it, right? Glass bottle. So, all right. And they have the Miles gin. That's pretty, it's pretty common in New Orleans. Now, St Remy, it's common also around here, but we only get the VSOP. I've never seen the XO. I've never seen the Private Reserve. I've never seen any of the small batch, okay? See if I can, in case anybody wants to comment. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm getting that buttered rum cake aroma on this one. Off the bat, it made me think it's Hartley, right? Because that's what they say on the website, buttered rum cake. On this one over here, it's just straight brandy. You know, your dried fruits. Alcohol, of course. So right off the bat, from the first pitch, I know which is which. This is the Hartley. Now, they tell you right there on the bottle it's made with natural flavors and caramel color added, okay? They're at least giving you disclosure. That is not a requirement for brandy. So you might be drinking one. It could be very expensive. It still might have caramel color, and it might have flavorings. It's required with whiskey and wine, they've got to disclose it. Other liquors, for whatever reason, they don't have to disclose it. They're encouraged to. All right, well, anyway. But it's kind of a, at first, it's like a nice aroma. And these both have to be aged 4 years, okay? To be a VSOP, it has to be aged 4 years minimum. And there was talk, I heard that they're going to go up to 6, so 10 years. And I haven't seen that go into play yet. I guess that may have been more talk than reality. The VS has to be aged 2 years. So they're pretty young and they could be a little rough or whatever. They're mainly made for mixing. But it seems to mask some unpleasantries, okay? And that was even more apparent with the VS. That thing was just hard to take. It had that same buttered rum cake thing in the aroma and that sweet sugary taste, but the underlying taste was just not pleasant. And maybe as I'm drinking more and more in this VSOP Hartley, it's starting to present some of that. I'm not too sure about this. All right, let's go with the taste anyway. It's a strange thing. It's got these sweet thing, the like spiced holiday cake, the sugar, like cane syrup, like if you bought Steen's cane syrup. Made from sugar cane. And then there's a spice to it. Like I said, the spiced rum cake, it's a strange spice. It's like what's that spice? Almost like a white pepper. I don't know. They could put spices in it. I don't know. It's almost like some of these, you get some of these Samuel Adams beers and they use that grains of paradise. Yeah, maybe that's what they're putting in it. Grains of paradise, or what do they call it? Alligator pepper, something like that. It's it's from Africa. It's a strange thing, but that could all be added to mask some, like I say, unpleasant things. But it's not bad. Like I said, the VS was just oh. If you watch the video, this one it's okay. Now let's go with a more, I guess you call it a more legitimate brandy, because it doesn't taste like they have any spices added. It's just aged in those French oak barrels. Yeah. It's just straight, indistinguishable brand, because they use a whole huge variety of eau de vie, they said. And their distillery master is Martine Penn. They say she's been there for over 15 years. Obviously, she's got a lot of assistants, and they're all trained, and they're mixing these things. And there's so many different types of wine put in there and then distilled. You're never going to distinguish them. And then there's like the dried fruit, the dried flowers, it's like a mint, fresh mint from a garden. And I don't think they add mint. I mean, they could. Like I said, they don't have to disclose, but I don't believe it. It could be something from the oak, like a vanilla, also a vanilla, yeah. And maybe some very light yellow tobacco. It's VSOP is this complex. I would love to try the XO, which would probably be $30 for the same size bottle instead of 16, 15 or 16. And then this private reserve might be $60, you know, and then the small batch might be $100, $80. I don't know. I've never seen them, like I said, but it's going to be up the ladder in complexity, I have a feeling. if you want to try a imported brandy, a French brandy that's really got a lot of things going for it, I would check that out. Now, that big old 1 liter bottle I bought of the VSOP Napoleon, you know, the Fleur de Lis brandy, Fleur de Lis. Oh, I'm sorry, VVSOP. They call it VVSOP. Very, very smooth old pale. That's not an official designation. That's just some marketing thing they came up with. But it was very good. Now, when I bought it, it was like $12 for that 1 liter. I went back to door next, up to about $14, and bought out. A different company bought it, a different importer company. Like it was some company in Cleveland, Worldwide Beverages, I think, or Worldwide Distillers, and now it's some company in Illinois that handles it. But whatever, if you ever see it, the Fleur de Lis Napoleon, it's got the gate, the French gate with the fancy ironwork around it, and it comes from France. Who knows? It could be coming from the same place as the St Remy. It could be a private label brand that they're making. I just do not know. But that's pretty complex too. Inexpensive and very delightful. So which one's better? I think the St Remy is better. Gonna pay twice as much, or let's see, yeah, 40 to 50%. No, about 100% more, 80 to 100% more, because yeah, you're gonna pay almost double. Okay, but this one's not bad, but it's strange. I mean, it's almost like not a legit product. I don't know who buys this. You say, oh, a bunch of drunks buy it. I don't know if a bunch of drunks buy it, because I mean, they'll probably buy, they're going to go to a convenience store and they're not going to even pay $6.99. They're going to buy those little 200 milliliter or 375 at the gas station, and they're going to buy, what do the drunks drink? They drink vodka. I see them buying vodka. They want vodka because it has no taste, you know. But they might buy Hartley. I do see a lot of Hartley at the convenience store. Maybe they buy it. Flasks. But to me, it would be a little rich for them. Because if you're only looking for, excuse me, alcohol infusion, this could be it. But they probably mix it with Coke or something. I don't know. I haven't really explored that lifestyle. Anyway, I just, you know, empirical evidence, what I see people buying. But it might be too spicy or something. But there's a market, and I'd love to really know the market, like for this Hartley. Like, why is it such a big seller around here? I mean, it's not obviously the biggest seller. No, you know, I mean, they're going to sell a whole lot more E&J VS, and they're going to sell a whole lot more the Paul Masson VS. So those are like the big, and the Christian Brothers VS. So those are the big hitters around here. But this Hartley does well. So I'm trying to figure out what is the appeal. I don't know. Anyway, the St Remy, you know, it's in some stores. Walmart has it. When Dixie has it. Mathern's might have it. I can't remember, but everybody's got those three I just named. Every store that sells brandy. If the store sells brandy, they've all got E&J, Paul Masson, and they're all going to have Hennessy and Remy Martin, the cognac. Many of them will carry Courvoisier, but they don't all carry it, but many will, most will. So those are the ones that all of those brands are going to be available, okay? especially the Hennessy. I mean, I'm talking about the VS Hennessy. That's okay. So I know which is which. Let me look at the bottom. That buttered rum cake, it's so strong in the nose. That might really turn you off. But then it depends on who, you might like that. I'm not too sure about it. Yeah, Hartley, of course. St Remy. Well, which one would I buy? I was buying these again, theoretically. I would go with the St Remy. In reality, I will probably never buy them again because I'm going to just different brands so I can review them and try them out, right? So yeah, let's see, it's 2017. So if I live, yeah, okay, 2047, I'll do a revisit or something, That would be how long it would take to get back to it. So St Remy is the clear winner, and the Hartley is not terrible. But Red's Apple Ale isn't terrible, but I would never buy it on purpose except for a review. I wouldn't drink it. I wouldn't enjoy drinking Red's Apple Ale. I mean, come on. I would buy a legitimate beer, like say Michelob Amberbach. Oh, I've been craving that one. Let's see. Dixie Pride says, "Hey Ron, good morning from North Carolina." Good morning back to you, Dixie Pride, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Tour Nation Gaming. What time is it? 6:22 Central. Good morning. Draco, the Reptile TV says, "Hey," and I'm saying, "Hey, back to you." All right, so that's the end of that taste challenge. Wasn't much of a challenge, and I didn't think it would be, but sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. So next time we're going to look on the next event, which I think will be in 2 days. The Dawn Buster will be, well, let me say this. It's going to be Jim Beam versus another Beam brand, not originally connected to Jim Beam, okay? But it has been for 30 years, and I'm not talking about Old Crow, okay? Later today, you'll see probably what I'm talking about. All right. Thanks for watching this video production.